What is up, internet? It's your boy Tinku. I hope everybody's being safe out there, with this whole epidemic going on. So people are telling me. I apologize if the audio is a little rough. Editor Senpai is probably going to do everything he can with it. The reason for it is I'm filming on my phone because of the whole coronavirus, COVID-19 thing. We're all quarantined, and the filming equipment is at Editor Senpai's house because that's where we film. So hopefully we can get this done and he can use this. And so if you're seeing it, it means Editor Senpai is a genius and was able to work his magic. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this week I want to do another manga that should be turned into anime because I just found this manga and I'm really enjoying it, and I want to get that out there for you guys maybe to check it out too, because I'm a big slice of life guy, so it takes like a slice of life concept and mixes it with like a supernatural element, and so I'm really enjoying it, and I wanted to see what you guys think. I think it should be turned into anime. I think it'd be pretty cool. The name of the manga is Yofushaki no Uta Night Owl Song, and in English it is Song of the Night Walkers. It's a pretty interesting concept. Basically, you have our MC pretty much stopped going to school. He's in middle school. He stopped going to school, and so he stopped going to school because a girl confessed to him. He declined her because he doesn't have any idea about what love is or like has any feelings of love towards anything. He knows about love, but he doesn't understand it or has any concept of it, so doesn't feel it himself. And so because of that, the school kind of shunned him because she was like the most popular girl or something. And so he decided to stop going to school. He decided to start taking a walk at night and ends up through a bunch of circumstances meeting a cute little lolly girl. The cute little lolly girl asked him to go back to her place, and he thought it was kind of weird because he's like, all right, cool, whatever. He does, and it turns out she's a vampire. And she sucks his blood, but he has the most delicious blood that she's ever tasted. And so she's really intrigued by him because she's drank a lot of people's blood, I guess, and his was the most delicious that she's ever tasted. So she's super intrigued by him, and he is asking her a bunch of questions like, well, am I going to turn into a vampire now? How does this work? Because vampire movies and mythology is a thing in this world, in this manga. And she goes, no, you're not going to turn into a vampire because certain conditions have to be met in order for you to be a vampire. And it's funny because the conditions are pretty hilarious. First of all, in order for you to get turned into a vampire, when a vampire sucks your blood, you have to be in love with that vampire. And that vampire drinks your blood, can turn you into a minion, basically, which turns you into a vampire. And they show like little comic strips of like a Dracula-looking guy like sucking a girl's blood and turning her into a vampire. It's pretty funny. And this girl has no interest in creating minions. She just wants to drink people's blood, live on her own, and do whatever, live her life. And so our MC decides that he wants to become a vampire, and she's like, I told you I don't want to make any minions, and besides, you can't even meet the conditions. You have to fall in love with me in order to become a vampire. And so he decides that he's going to fall in love with her so he can become a vampire. And so they strike a deal. She can feed off him every night because he has the most delicious blood she's ever had. And he can keep hanging out with her to learn about her, hang out, do things, go on dates, I guess, in the middle of the night to try to turn into a vampire to fall in love with her. And it's super interesting because, I said, they kind of put that slice of life element with the supernatural vampire element. And so I think that's really cool. And there's a few other things that happen, because he doesn't really have any friends or whatever, but you find out that, there's another person and another girl that was his friend all along and really missed him, things like that. And it's super funny because, there's a quick part where she kisses him because he bites his tongue and he's bleeding. So the vampire chick kisses him and he's like, oh, my heart's racing. Oh, I'm finally in love with you. I can turn into a vampire. And she's like, she has to teach him the difference between love and lust. And so, you know, they got a lot of like joke elements like that into it. And it's about them going out, meeting people, seeing all this different society at nighttime, the difference between society at night and society during the day, and them just hanging out, trying to learn about each other, him trying to understand what love is, the whole concept of love, falling in love with her so he could become a vampire, and her learning about him, you know, learning about humans and like maybe this guy's not so bad, things like that. And of course she drinks his blood because she finds it delicious. It's a really good manga. I definitely think it's worth a read. You guys should let me know what you think, you know, in the comments down below, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Again, that is Song of the Nightwalkers. Hit me up there, guys. Let me know what's up. And remember, if you can't trust a random fat guy you met on the internet, then who can you trust? And everybody, have an awesome day.